Hello fam, how are we all doing? Are you someone that holds on to a man's words, his promises, or are you more focused on his actions?
A foolish woman takes seriously promises made by a naked man. So, it is not I who decides that
these
it's a
things
proverb.
of yours. Shiti. Leo. Umetupaka mgongo na chupa ya mafuta. Whatever that thing you said.
Women are utterly foolish about words. They think that a man's words mean anything. Men's words mean nothing. And this doesn't mean every man's a liar. It means any man whose word means something, his act.
Sweetheart, action is what you should focus on. Anyone can say anything. Talk, they say, is cheap. That man can promise you heaven and earth. As long as you're not seeing it, he's not working the work, but he's talking the talk. Nah, don't believe him. Do not believe him. A lot of men out there are sweet talkers. They can use their words to build a house without actually building the house. So don't let them deceive you with their sweet words and sweet talk. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you.
Buying for his mama?
Yes, ma'am.
You see this and you jump at the chance to put your credit on the line so he can obtain it because he says he's buying what is clearly an engagement ring for his mama. Did you think he was buying it for you?
No.
So what happened, sweetheart? This is one ring, and what's the other one?
It was two rings that he was looking at, but
He chose one.
Yeah, we ended up going with that one.
So he chooses this one, and you think he's giving this to his mother.
So we was gonna
Nothing at all was lighting up in your head that this wasn't for his mother.
Come on, y'all.
Nothing.
Come on, girl.
Nothing. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Nothing was lighting up in your head that this was not. All right, so what happens?
So let's fast forward.
How far forward are we fasting?
All the way to the same week. So I asked him can he drop me off to work? Because he was off that weekend because he had to go take care of the car, getting his car back that was repossessed. And then kind of found out he had an attitude about it, about dropping me off in the morning time. So I said, all right, forget it, I'll walk. So then he had a correction officer exam that same day too.
By the way, he's driving your car?
Yes, he's
But he can't drop you off in your car.
Right, that's right.
Go on.
So he was texting me, telling me he was going to get my keys. He was going to bring it to my house, leave it in a mailbox. But then I called him and said, I'll come and get it myself. So my brother dropped me off to his house. I drove off. I went home. I see a number that's in my call log, inside my car. He called the girl inside my car.
There's a girl?
The fiance.
There's a fiance? No!
Yeah. He calls her and
From your phone?
Inside my car. Cause it's a hands-free.
So there's a record of it.
Right, correct. So I was just curious. I'm like, I don't know this number because I know all my numbers out of my contact. I called her and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Do you know Ramy? She said, oh, yes, I'm his fiance. And then that would trigger that ring that was put. He proposed to, that's the babysitter for his son.
The babysitter for
Yes.
his son. So did you say anything to her?
I told her everything, what was going on.
And what did she say?
She was mad and upset. And I'm zooming, going back to his house to see what's going on. Arguing. I'm mad. I'm blacking out. And while I have her on speakerphone, he's calling her at the same time while I'm by him in the streets.
Well, you're yelling at him.
Yes.
And what are you saying to him?
I was just saying, how can you do this?
Did you ask her? Well, how did you know whether that was the ring that you bought?
I asked her to send a picture.
And she did.
And she sent the picture.
Yeah. And let me see the picture.
Sure.
Are you ready? Because I'm coming.
I'm speechless. Some men are wicked. So he made her pay for the ring that he knew he wasn't going to use to propose to her. He had someone else he wanted to propose to. He could not afford a ring, so he had to lie to her. Told her that the ring was for his mom. I don't even know what the lady was thinking about, honestly. Why should you be the one to pay for his mom's ring? I don't get it. So you took that commitment to pay for the ring that is not even for your own mom, and he went behind to use the ring to propose to the babysitter. It's okay. There's a part 2 to the story. Let's hear his own side of the story.
My gosh. It's the same ring. Raymond, what happened?
Well, that ring was for Brittany, but she started saying like hateful things, so it was kind of pushing me away, saying that she wanted.
Why'd you tell her it was for your mama?
I mean, 'cause I wanted to surprise her, but
You wanted to surprise her by making her pay for her own ring?
listen, we was looking at it together.
So you made
All
her
the way
buy
to
a
LA.
ring so
All the way
that
to
you
LA.
could surprise her with it that she would pay for. And by the way, making monthly payments. And then she made you angry, so you gave it to a different girl? Where'd that girl come from?
That was just my friend. That's it.
What?
That was only my friend.
But if it's only your friend, why'd you get engaged to her to get married?
I don't know.
What were you doing? What's your answer, Raymond? Are you just an incredibly wretched individual who dates a girl, makes her pay for a ring for another girl? What do you think about that, Raymond?
It was a mistake. It was my fault.
What was a mistake?
Getting her to do that.
Getting her to do that being what? Getting her to buy a ring for the other girl?
It wasn't really intentionally. Wasn't for the other girl though.
Except for that's horse manure. Because you gave it to the other girl when you were still dating her. That's how you guys broke up, was that she discovered it. Are you still dating the other girl?
No,
She dumped you?
she didn't dump me.
You dumped her?
I mean, I have a moral, man.
Where's the ring? You heard me just fine. Where's the ring?
I still have it.
Do you have it on you?
No,
How come?
I forgot about it when I left this morning.
Oh, by the way, what's your defense on the tickets?
She paid for those. I didn't even ask her to pay those.
How would she know you had them if you didn't mention them to her?
Cause she saw the boot on my car when she came early in the morning. Like I called her.
How would she know how much it was if you didn't tell her how much it was?
I told her how much it was though, but I didn't.
And then what? She surprised you by paying for it?
No, she said, "Oh, I'll pay for them for you."
And you don't think you have to pay her back? Why?
She didn't ask me to pay her back.
You mean what? That was a gift? Is that what you're saying? That it was a gift at the time?
No, and that's what I thought. I thought she was doing it because we was in a relationship. So
You're a complete user of a nice young lady, and there's a place reserved in hell for you. Now, you have a countersuit against her for lost wages. Tell me about that.
I had to call out of work, and my job don't want me to call out.
Today?
Yeah,
So you're suing her for $1,500? That's what you make a day at the post office?
yeah, because I'm on the overtime list.
So you make $1,500 a day?
Well, I make about 600, 700 a day.
So why are you suing for $1,500?
Because I had to call out yesterday and today.
Why did you have to call it yesterday?
Because I had to take care of some business.
But she has to pay for that? Because you had to take care of some business? Listen to me, Raymond. You know what you're going to do? We're going to take you back to your house, and you're going to hand over the ring. Do you understand me?
Okay.
And then we're going to see if Kay will accept a return of the ring. They're still going to charge you something. And whatever it is they charge is going to be on you. You got it?
Okay.
Plus the tickets. On your counterclaim, how do you think I'm going to rule, Raymond? 0. Which is exactly how much morality you have in those muscles.
I actually thought he was broke. He has a job. Seems like the job is paying well. So why wasn't he the one paying for the ring? Why was he driving her car and refusing to pick her up? Why wasn't he driving his own car? So she was busy funding the relationship while he was busy funding someone else. Do not spend your money on a man. If you have a good man, that's different. But these days, it's hard to find a good man. A lot of men are manipulative. The moment you start spending on a man, he's most likely to be spending on someone else. Ladies, we just have to be extremely careful out there. A lot of those men you are sleeping with, they don't like you. They're just with you because of what they stand to gain, be it sex or financial support. they don't like you deep down. So many heterosexual men don't like women. They only like the sex they get from women. They are physically attracted to women but emotionally attracted to men. They'd rather spend quality time with their fellow men, gisting, chatting, playing games than do that with women. And when it comes to women, the time they're willing to spend with women is sexing women. So just be careful. The next video coming up is a very sad one. This baby mama stood by her baby daddy when he needed her the most. No one was there, she was there for him. What did he do? How did he repay her at the end? Let's find out.
That man clearly said on live, he said he was cheating before he got shot in the head, and he was cheating after he got shot in the head. What the do y'all expect that girl to do? She done helped this man get all the way back to feeling good, and now he's still back on the same boat. You can't force a man to change. That man got shot in the head. Everybody left him except her.
April 2020. Jamal Collins' life changed forever when he was shot in the head.
Yo, what's up?
The incident resulted in a traumatic brain injury. Doctors were uncertain about his recovery, but by his side stood Lynn, his devoted baby mother. Lynn became Jamal's primary caregiver, helping him relearn basic tasks and navigate the challenges of his new reality. Not only was she taking care of him, but their son as well. Their journey was documented on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, where they inspired many with their resilience and love.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Because you don't want daddy to go through the door.
What?
Why would you do that?
Huh?
I'm not gonna lie, I left the girl that would give me her last dollar the moment I found out I could do better. Game. Thank you so much for saying this, because now people can see that what I'm saying is factual. That when men get themselves in better positions, they will start immediately looking for your replacement. We have stories and stories and stories about them, but I've seen this personally. I will say it again. This is like my third time saying it within the past few days. I had a best friend who I got into a real bad argument with, like a very bad argument with, because it was a girl who loved him down. Like, when I tell you this girl will give him the shirt off her back. The moment someone slightly better came around, he left her, went to the girl who was BB up down traveling. This one girl, she was a solo traveler. So she would go to Paris, she would stay there for a few days, then she would go to like Bali. Like, she was one of those type girlies, very attractive. And so when she showed interest in him, he left her, right? He left the girl that we all knew and started dating this girl. Well, this girl broke up with him because he could not afford her lifestyle. Like, she didn't work a 9 to 5. She got all her money off of content creation, and he couldn't afford to travel with her. So he was trying to get her to stop traveling as much, and they got into a big thing, and they ended up breaking up because he couldn't afford to keep up with her. And literally was trying to shame her out of traveling, try to get her to stay at home. And it's just like, you got with her when she's traveling, but now you want her to not travel because you can't afford it, when you knew you couldn't afford it when you first started talking to the girl. But long story short, men are always looking for your replacement. They always have a placeholder, and when they get in a better position to replace you, they will. It's just the way of life. So this is why I always say, be a gold digger, because at the end of the day, a man is always going to choose himself over you, so you choose yourself. If he loves you and will give you the shirt off his back, but he does not have enough money, you leave for the next candidate, because that's what he would do to you.
The best way to handling a situation like this is to be self-sufficient. Never need a man. It's okay to want a man, but never need a man. And always have it at the back of your mind that humans have the tendency of betrayal, and there is no guarantee that your relationship or marriage will last forever. That man can wake up and decide not to be in that relationship with you anymore. Having this understanding will help you navigate being in a relationship with men and also expecting less from men. You should always make yourself your number one priority. Do not give what you cannot easily let go. If you're deciding to assist a man, do not do too much. Just leave the assistance at the surface level. Do what you know that if the relationship backs up tomorrow, you're not going to get hurt. Your happiness above everything. Learn how to make yourself happy. Do not depend your happiness on a man. You can't make yourself happy. You just have to take time out, study yourself, understand yourself. By so doing, you will learn what truly makes you happy, what brings joy to you.
If I know that woman is a side chick, that woman could never be my friend. Let me reiterate this. If I know that woman is out here sleeping with somebody else's man or someone else's husband, I will never ever befriend that woman. Why? Because she's untrustworthy. Because she has no allegiance, because she has no integrity. If you will willingly and knowingly lay down with another woman's husband or another woman's man, you are someone that has very poor character or a very low self-esteem. And baby, either or a combination of the two is not a good mix. At least not a good mix for me. Because I know women who have slept with men just so they can feel like they're punishing another woman. Excuse me? I know women who are engaging with other people's man because they hope that that man leaves that woman or that man treats them in the same way that they're treating their spouse or their significant other. Y'all need to remember something. You are the company that you keep. The people that you surround yourself with is a very big indicator of who you are or what you will allow. So as for me and my circle, baby, ain't no side chicks around here. Because if you are willing to compromise your integrity, you'll also compromise mine. And I don't. Stay safe.
She's right. You are the company you keep. Today you might think what your friend is doing might never happen to you. Tomorrow it might be your husband or your boyfriend that she's sleeping with. If she can sleep with someone else's man, what makes you think she cannot sleep with your own man? And if you have such a girl as a friend, it means that she has no boundaries and she respects no boundaries. If people show you who they are, don't make excuses for them. You cannot have someone that is a side chick as a friend and you're complaining that your side chick is not sleeping with your husband or your boyfriend. Why? Why are you complaining? She already told you what she was capable of doing, but you chose to ignore. Also know this, a lot of women out there are in competition with other women. They secretly want what other women have. They are jealous and they are envious. Just be careful.
I was in some kind of situation with another girl that I actually liked, but it was some, like, we was hitting some barriers, right? I mean, you know the story. We was hitting some barriers, and I was just like, this ain't where it at. Like, you know, there were some red flags, I said like that. And so...
And that was the green. I'm just playing.
The worst type of man you can marry is the man who could not get his type. I was just watching something on YouTube where a man was like, I love my wife, but she's not fine, right? So then the wife was sitting there, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen this clip too. The wife was like, what? I'm not fine. And he was like, you're cute. He's like, you all right, but you're not fine. That's his exact words. Basically saying to her, in other words, you are what I could get. You are what I can afford. But given the chance to not be able to have you, given the chance to be able to afford what I want, that's who I'm going for. This is why I say men have no problem with being used for money as long as they get what they want. As long as they have access to the type of women they want. Do not let men shame you out of wanting things. It's a reason why a 24-year-old is able to swindle a 75-year-old man out of all his houses, and he has no problem with it. Men have no problem with paying for the women they want. Men, this is going to be a lot of men in the future. Men who think that they turn 30 and the women fall into their lap. And when they realize it's not happening, they're going to start doing the reach back. Men always got a girl in their back pocket, right? but they gonna start looking around like, all right, I'm still here. I'm 34. Any my type answering the phone, okay. Then about 36, they gonna say, you know what, Sheila's sitting here. Sheila's the one who want me. Let me go ahead and marry Sheila. But one thing about Miss Sheila, she going 50-50. She's having his kids. She's raising his kids.
I turn 38 tomorrow, so these are 38 lessons I've learned from all my years of dealing with men. I have to make it quick to get it in the one video. 1, lots of straight men are not actually straight. 2, you're dating their representative for the first 4 months minimum. The person that you get at the end, that is the real them. 3, a lot of men do not like you, they just like how you make them feel. 4, the higher your self-esteem, the less likely you are to put up with get hurt. Make working on yours a priority. Your self-respect needs to be stronger than your need for validation from a man. 5, going celibate will absolutely transform your dating life. 6, HPV is the most common STD now and it can cause mouth cancer. Please don't give head to men who aren't your boyfriend. That is not worth getting mouth cancer for. 7, if you find a man very attractive, so will many other women have throughout his life. I'll leave you to determine the impact that has on his dealings with women. 8, if he's full of excuses, I'm busy with work, I'm struggling mentally, I've got a lot going on, he just doesn't like you. 9, let men speak and they will show you who they are. Be wary of jokes too because they're usually based on truth. 10, if a man is too cowardly to end things, he will slow fade you. Take the hint and remember the quote, is he playing hard to get or are you playing hard to get rid of? 11, 3 strikes and he is out and no second chances once you've broken up. A man won't respect you when you take him back because he knows you don't respect yourself. 12, men are simple. If he likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll be confused. 13, as soon as they start being inconsistent, it means they're going off you or entertaining someone else. The switch up is your cue to leave. 14, leave in silence. We are not telling grown men how to behave. You probably already spoke on it enough times and men know exactly what they are doing. 15, healing and reparenting your inner child will stop you dating crappy people and makes it easier to walk away. So give your inner child some love. 16, revoking access is a boss bitch power move and extremely necessary for anyone who disrespected you or played in your face. 17, don't believe words or actions unless both align over a long period of time. 18, especially don't believe anything a man says before he has slept with you. Men love the chase and post-nut clarity is real. 19, you will never understand why that man did you like that because you would never do it to him and that is a good thing. 20, 99% of the time men always come back and it's never for a good reason, so don't worry about them leaving in the first place. 21, men sleep with women they are not remotely attracted to. Sex does not mean that he likes you or even fancies you. 22, a man introducing you to his parents, his friends or his children does not mean that he likes you either. 23, behaviour is a pattern. You were not the first person that he's done this to and you will not be the last. 24, women's intuition never lies. Trust your gut. 25, if he's making you ill with stress, stomach problems, your skin is breaking out, then your body knows before you do that he is not your person. 26, never ask a man why he didn't want you or why he did you dirty. Who cares? Be grateful for the clarity and move on. 27, a lot of men hate women. Watch out for signs that he's a secret hater. For example, he might be negging you. He might be a bit snippy and mean if he's not praising your achievements or if he makes any generally misogynistic comments. 28, men know if they want a relationship with you very early on within the first few dates. 29, lying and cheating are deal breakers. Please do not tolerate either. 30, ignoring red flags will bite you in the arse. You need to be ruthless and have super strong boundaries. 31, if he makes the chat sexual before meeting, he doesn't respect you and only wants something casual, most likely. 32, men who are serious do not put the moves on you on a first date, but lustful ones will. 33, the only way to deal with an avoidant man is to run a mile. They don't take accountability and therefore rarely change. 34, ghosting is a blessing. They showed you who they are, unkind, caring, lacking in empathy and emotional intelligence, so they did you a favour by vanishing. 35, nothing you do will put off the right guy and there's nothing you can do to keep the wrong guy. 36, if you feel no physical or sexual attraction after the first 3 dates, it's likely never going to come. Don't waste your time or his. 37, don't blame yourself. Some men just are not capable of caring about romantic partners and they will never be happy with anyone. It is not always that you weren't good enough. And 38, you will meet someone better than him eventually, even if you think you won't, I promise.
Please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch how delusional men expect peace from women they suffer and disrespect. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.